It's a rich and delicious treat.
Yeah.
Don't eat it when you're in your janties.
No.
But it can be intimidating to try it in your own kitchen.
We're talking about cheese. Bake Shop is teaching us the basics in making cheesecake and how to take it up a notch with strength. I think a lot of people tend to make cheesecake, and a lot of people fail at this endeavor. What's the biggest problem that people run into when making a cheesecake?
So essentially, you know, as with all pastry, people can become very overwhelmed with it, and it's very, very simple. This is like the platform for so many different desserts.
Seriously?
Absolutely.
You know when they always say, like you see these things in the store, which I know are not going to be as good as yours, but they're like these no-bake cheesecake. Is most cheesecake baked, or is it just set?
Typically. So when you see the no-bake version of this, it usually has some sort of gelatin in it. It's more like a cream cheese mousse, essentially, than a cheesecake. But this is kind of the classical rendition. And there's a couple different ways to approach this. You know, and once we get towards the end, I'll show you how to really kind of take it up to the next level. But the premise is basically the same. Cream cheese.
Cream cheese.
Right?
I can smell
Softened. So we like to pull our cream cheese a few hours before and kind of let it come down to room temperature.
Okay.
What's your favorite cream cheese?
I mean, we use a wide variety at the shop, but I mean, Philadelphia is kind of like the old standby.
Yeah, there really is.
You know, and that's kind of
But you
like
don't think
the
it
industry
totally
standard.
matters, or it can matter?
Well, it depends. If you want like that natural, very neutral cheesecake flavor, you can use that. But typically, whenever we make cheesecake at the shop, it's like the key lime white chocolate over there. There's other things going with it.
Yeah.
You know, so the cheesecake is not the only focus on the dessert. So,
all right.
But essentially, cream cheese, low speed. Low speed on your mixer. Cornstarch, a little bit of granulated sugar. Right, again, very, very common ingredients. And we're gonna let these ingredients, these three ingredients, the cornstarch and the sugar and the cream cheese, cream together for about 10 minutes.
Okay.
Trying to eliminate lumps here. Every couple of minutes, take it off the machine, use your rubber spatula, scrape down the side, scrape down the beater. You're really trying to work all those lumps of cream cheese out.
10 minutes?
10 minutes, right?
That's like a lot longer than most people would probably do, I think.
Absolutely. And that's to really eliminate the lumps in your cream cheese, okay? Because we're mixing it at a low speed. So there's two different, you can mix it at a high speed, right? But what you're doing is you're incorporating air into that batter. So when it bakes, it souffles up and then falls. Which is okay. Some people like that. That's like a very New York style cheesecake. In this case, we're adding more layers to this, so it needs to be nice and flat and bake like a custard. Okay. So creams for 10 minutes, and then one at a time, we're slowly going to add 3 whole eggs and 2 egg yolks. So the whites add firmness and structure, and the yolks add richness and flavor.
Okay. 3 whole eggs
so
and 2 egg yolks.
A couple extra yolks as opposed to 5 full whole eggs, right? One at a time, scrape down after each increment, right?
One yolk at a time.
One egg, one, yep.
One at a time.
You gotta have patience to do this.
You know, you do have to have a lot of patience for
I would want to dump them all in.
And most people do, and then you have lumps, and it's just, you know, but what you're left with is this nice smooth batter, and we've enhanced this with a little bit of microplane lemon zest and juice.
I smell that too.
Right?
So you just took the lemon zest right in there?
Microplane right in, right? And some vanilla bean.
So I see the vanilla bean.
Yeah, you see the seeds in there. We scrape the seeds out, we throw it in the base. As that bakes, as the custard bakes, it kind of permeates the whole dessert and flavors it.
That is wonderful.
Right?
Okay.
Graham cracker crust.
Graham cracker crust.
Super easy. Graham cracker crumbs.
Yep.
You can smash them inside a Ziploc bag with your rolling pin until they're nice and fine. All-purpose flour, sugar, melted butter. And all the recipes obviously are on the website as well. Terrific. So you have your exact measurements. But pack this thing into a pan. Okay. Bake it dry.
Bake it dry.
Yep. Pre-bake the crust. Give it a little toast.
You can do that while you're beating this for 10 minutes.
Exactly. And then as it cools, it firms up almost like a cookie, essentially, a Subway cookie. And then you're ready for your cheesecake batter. So batter goes in, and you can fill this. In this case, we're using a 6-inch cake pan here.
Okay.
That has the pre-baked crust.
It just looks so beautiful.
Very, very rich. And you can add, you know, like swirls of jam or fresh fruit or nuts or, I mean, really.
When you go to and you see it at a restaurant or a place like yours and it's all swirled in, they start adding that at this stage?
This stage. You put your flavor in, you swirl it around. Okay. Bake it, right? What I like to use, 6-inch cake pan. The next size up, I have an 8-inch cake pan here. Okay. With a little shallow water bath. We're going to put that in. That's going to keep the eggs from scrambling inside the cheesecake. Bake it evenly, slow and low like a custard. 275 degrees, low heat, right? For about 6-inch, maybe 30, 35 minutes or so. And then cool it completely. Cool it on your bench. Do not put it directly in the fridge or the freezer, because when custards like this bake and you cool them down quickly, they retract, and that's when they split and they crack on the top. Interesting. So if you want to have a nice, smooth, clean surface, let them cool down slowly. Okay. So 275, 30, 35 minutes for a small one like this. maybe 40 minutes for an 8-inch.
Let me ask you, a lot of people have convection ovens. Should you be using convection or no convection?
Anytime you're baking delicate custards, right? Whether it be creme brulee, cheesecake, it's all kind of relatively the same. Slow and low convection or off is preferable.
Either turn the convection off, or if you have I don't have a low option, but better not to. Okay.
Sure, as little convection as possible.
Okay. We have about a minute left.
Perfect. So essentially, what we've done here, and I've cut one open, so you can see this is something that we're running for our Easter menu, our takeaway menu, a couple weeks from now. Obviously, this is our key lime cheesecake, so key lime white chocolate cheesecake. What we've done is, you can see we can bake this nice even layer of white chocolate cheesecake on the bottom, the baked key lime custard, white chocolate mousse, and then toasted meringue. We're doing larger renditions of this for the holiday menu.
Wow, that looks incredible.
Serves 8 to 10, but basically looks the same.
It's a piece of art.
Thank you very much. That's very kind.
How did you get yours out so it didn't stick?
So once it cools, it'll actually pull away from the pan a little bit. You flip it out onto a cake board, flip it back onto your serving plate.
Okay.
Very, very, very straightforward.
Okay.
Yep. Quick news. We have some exciting news. Share this news with us, Adam.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much. My wife is pregnant. We're expecting a little one coming at the end of September. So
that is fantastic.
Thrilled. Thank you very much. Yeah.
And the expansion?
The expansion's going great. We are out of the ground, and we expect to be done by Memorial Day weekend. So,
look at this Memorial Day weekend.
Yeah, there it is. It's a lot bigger than I had.
You got that foundation down there. Things are going to start to take off.
No, really, really thrilled. The community's been great, hugely supportive. Mystic is on the up and up. So
thank you so
Stella
much.
will be a big sister.
You guys are
That's
very
awesome.
sweet.
Congratulations, the whole young family.
Thank you.
For savory sweets and pastries, be sure to visit Sift Bake Shop. It's located on Water Street in Mystic. There is also a location in Watch Hill, Rhode Island, which will be open next month. The website is siftbakeshopmystic.com.